Don't Starve is said to be one of the most difficult survival games, but come on, there's literally food and resources just laying on the ground. Don't Starve, more like don't break your back under the mountain of stuff you're gonna find by the end of day 2. I like this game, but I wanted a real challenge. So I wondered, could you survive in a world that has 0 resources? No trees, grass, mobs, nothing. I decided to test it out by setting everything under resources to 0, and I'm happy to now tell you, you cannot. Which makes sense. I mean, a world with nothing becomes very unlivable once winter rolls around. So the new question is, how much do you really need to survive? What is the minimum amount of resources required? After much testing and wiki scrolling, I found that to win the game of survival in Don't Starve Together, you only need 1 single resource. No, it's not trees or saplings or anything like that. The magical resource to save our lives is tumbleweed. Confused? That's fine. Keep watching and I'll show you how I went from having absolutely nothing to having resources like wood, a steady food source, and some of the best resources in the entire game. Thank you for joining me on my adventure, and now, let's get into it. When we first load in, we are met with the biggest decision of the entire run. Who do we play as? Everyone has a favorite character they always choose. Mine personally is Woody, but Woody would die very quickly in this world. No, for us, the obvious choice and the only one that would keep us alive for 100 days is Weber. Why Weber, you may ask? Well, I'll tell you later. But for now, let's just load up a new world and immediately start running. We can't stop, we can't slow down, because if we do, we die. We have until dark to find a light source, and in this world, we only have 2 options. The best option we have lies in the desert. The tumbleweeds that spawn will drop sticks and grass for torches, which is why we are running as fast and as far as we can. Unless we find the desert, we will die. As we run, I'm constantly glancing at the map, trying to figure out if I'm going in the right way. I pick a direction that feels right, run a little further, and then come across something I really didn't expect to see. Ooh! There's an ice staff right in the middle. Ooh. But wait, didn't you say all resources are turned off? Wouldn't an ice staff count as a resource? The answer to that is actually no. That's not a resource. That's a set piece. Set pieces are pre-built structures or situations that the game places in order to further the gameplay. Pit King, Dragonfly's magma pools, and the Moonstone are all examples of set pieces, and other types are like the one you see here. There is no setting that allows you to turn them off, so in the scope of this challenge, they're allowed. I made the decision to grab the staff and run, which was what we in the industry call a dumb idea. Goodbye. Nope, goodbye. I regret putting myself in this position. Oh, they almost hit me. Oh, there's Chester. I mean, I'll go ahead and grab him just to grab him. Chester, I'm sorry, but I really need to sacrifice you to the greater good, okay? Okay, there's a wormhole. Wormhole, go. Take me to the desert, please take me to the desert. Please take me to the desert. That wormhole saved my life from the hounds, but I'd run into a new issue, sanity. By jumping through the wormhole, I was now insane, allowing the shadows to start attacking me, and since I had no way to get a weapon, I was at their mercy. But I had no time to think on that now. The darkness wasn't far off, and I still hadn't found the promised land. I kept running and running, hoping to catch a glimpse of sand at the edge of my vision, but when you're running against time itself, sooner or later, your time runs out. Yep. Most of my attempts at this challenge ended just like that, dying to the darkness on day 1. It was difficult, but I knew it wasn't impossible, so I loaded up another run and tried again. I spawned in and once again started running, trying to find the perfect wormhole that would take me straight to the desert. That would be the ideal situation. But if you remember, I said before that there were 2 options for surviving the first night, and as luck would have it, we would find the second option almost immediately. Yes! Hell yeah, okay, yes, this is what we need. Finding a pickaxe this early on was perfect, because with it we can take advantage of a little mechanic in Don't Starve that most people forget about until they need it most. The safety light. When you log into the game during the nighttime, to prevent the player from dying immediately, the game will put a light on top of you that will last until day. Now obviously logging out and logging back in anytime I need a light is cheating. I wanted to survive using what I could in the game itself, but as luck would have it, there's one more way you can create a safety light without logging out of the game. And on the other side of this wormhole, I found exactly what I was looking for. Jeez, okay, well, I think that the desert is in this direction, I think, but regardless, I see a plugged sinkhole. And we are going to briefly jump into the cave just to see if there happen to be any carrots. All right, so if you look in the cave, you'll notice there are no resources whatsoever, except there's the occasional carrot. And the reason why is because of this right here. Like, this is where a bunny village used to be, but all that's left now without the bunny houses is just some carrots and a pitchfork. But no complaints from me. I need every bit of food I can get early on. We got what we needed. We found a pickaxe, and the reason why we were desperately trying to find a cave, this is the reason why we were trying to find a cave, is for this light source. With a way to finally survive the first night, I was feeling incredible, but I wasn't out of danger yet. Even on day 1, the threat of winter hung over me, and to survive the harsh cold, I had to prepare. Food, resources, clothes, I needed them all, and so much more. So once the sun rose, I ran again in search of the desert. All right, so we found the edge of the swamp. Let me just take a look at this. I'm gonna try going in this direction and hoping that it curves back around towards the edge. It doesn't look like it is. Wait, yep, right here. Okay, I think this is the direction we need to go. I think. Yes, okay. Pickaxe is equipped. Yes. You mine up any and every sinkhole, and we need to briefly explore each one. Anything interesting down here? It looks like there's some light over here. There's a lot of light, actually. So, doesn't look like there's any bunny housing nearby. Oh, wait, hold on. There's another cave entrance right here. Ooh, we're gonna definitely check that out. Maybe I'll be lucky and it'll take me to the desert. That'd be amazing. Oh, Chester! Wow, that was very fortuitous. Chester was a great find this early on and would prove to be very useful. But when I found another plugged sinkhole, I dug it out and jumped in, not realizing that I was leaving my new friend behind. It would be a long time before I noticed, but don't worry, we haven't seen the last of him. After searching for the last 2 days, jumping through wormholes and caves, I finally found what I was looking for. Oh, wait, that looks like a desert. We have found the desert. On day 2, and we have a pickaxe and Chester and a bunch of food. We are living big. Now that I'd found the desert, I went on a raiding spree, grabbing any and all tumbleweed that wandered into my path. This went on for the rest of the day and throughout the night. Tumbleweeds drop mainly sticks and grass, but they also have a very small chance to drop several other useful items, and I wanted them all. The next morning, I kept going, and it was while opening a tumbleweed that I found a gourd's knot, my first trinket. Most people would discard trinkets as they themselves aren't useful, but I'll hang on to each and every single one, because if you trade them with Pig King, he'll give you gold. And since I can get trinkets from tumbleweed, gold is one of the few renewable resources that I can take advantage of. The rest of the day, I kept mapping out the edge of the desert, grabbing tumbleweeds along the way, but I couldn't do this forever. Sticks and grass were great, but I needed so much more. So I took a break and made a plan. Now, we do need to find the second desert, which should be on the other side of this green patch, I think. Once we find the second desert and we get everything else we need, we're just gonna go from there, yeah. I wanted to find the second desert, not for the desert itself, but for the lake inside it. Spawning right next to the oasis were several useful items that I wanted to grab before anything else, so I picked a direction and set off, making sure to grab a few more tumbleweeds along the way. Well, here's the other desert. Oh, found it, nice. Right next to the oasis, I found what I was looking for, a straw roll. Sanity drain is a big issue early on, and there are basically no ways to fight it. But the straw roll will let me get a boost to my sanity, though I can only use it once. So I put it away for an emergency and made my way back to the first desert to finally decide where I would be living for the duration of the challenge. After looking at the map for a while, I decided to build on top of the sinkhole opening I'd come out of nearby, and this is the point where Weber's benefits really start to show. See, out of every character I could have picked, Weber was the best choice for one important reason. He spawns with a single spider egg. In a world that has very few renewable resources, having access to infinite monster meat, glands, and silk is huge. Couple that with his ability to eat raw monster meat without suffering any bad effects, and it's clear to see why Weber is perfect for this challenge. While farming spiders for food, I was thinking of the future. In order to survive the winter and progress in the game, I would need a science machine, which required stone, gold, and wood to craft. The stone I can get from plugged sinkholes and gold from Pig King. But wood was another issue entirely. Other than tumbleweeds, the only resources I could get were from set pieces. And out of every set piece in the game, only one would give me an infinite renewable source of wood. And in order to get to it, I would need a boat. So I crafted a grass raft in preparation for the voyage and continued to farm spiders to feed me on my trip. When morning came, I looked at what I needed for the voyage. Luckily, I had pretty much everything, but I was missing the gold for the research station. So I grabbed a couple of trinkets I'd found and went out to find Pig King. Once I get my hands on wood and a science machine, everything else is gonna pan out. Okay, this looks like either a quarry or a mosaic biome, so I might be able to find gold here. And there's a deciduous forest. Both of these are very good signs. Where are you, Pig King? Which there's Glommer's statue. I'll go ahead and grab that. All right. I'll go and make a spare torch. We're gonna need it. Oh, Pig King. Perfect, perfect. I have two things to give you. We have this bung, and we have this nut. Ooh. With gold in hand, I had everything I needed, but gathering these resources was the easy part. Now, I had to figure out exactly where the wood set piece was located. And to do that, I had the gigantic task of mapping out the edge of the entire continent. So with nothing but a handful of food and some random resources, I set out on my mission. Let's go. I'm gonna be losing a lot of sanity very quickly. Oh, there's another plugged sinkhole. You know what? Oh, it got too dark too quickly. I am about to be insane. Yep, I am now insane. Shadow creatures are about to start attacking me. I need it to be daytime so I can swap to my axe. Come on. Okay, there. Axe, 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 axe. Okay. Another plugged sinkhole. Where's my pickaxe? I already have it equipped. This is what I'm talking about. Ooh. If I get a hammer and I hammer these walls, will I get a bunch of grass? I might need to come back to this eventually. Dealing with the dogs is going to be an actual pain. I'm eventually hoping that I can get some like tree guards near my base or something, but no idea, man. Also, I need to remember, what day is the full moon? Because I'll be honest, Glommer would be very handy right now. Yeah, my sanity is looking rough. I'm gonna go ahead and use the straw roll. I'm gonna eat whatever food I can. I'm gonna go ahead and sleep right next to this. Chester! How did I miss you? Or maybe I didn't. Maybe I had you, but I accidentally left you here. I completely forgot about him. Sorry, buddy. Okay, and sleep. Okay, there. I am very hungry now, and I have one stale monster meat to keep me going. That's not good. After a few days of constant searching, I had mapped out much of the coastline, but I was now completely out of food and very close to starving, so I made a beeline for home. At this point, I had a pretty good idea where my voyage would begin. Right here. The coastline at this spot was perfectly straight, as was the others near it, which was a good indicator that I was on the right track. Since I was out of food, I spent the rest of the day farming spiders for their meat, planning to set out tomorrow morning. When it was time to leave, I took one last look at the map and then began walking. It took the majority of the day, but soon I made it to my destination and started walking up and down the coast looking for the perfect place to set sail from. I had no wood to make an oar, so my only option was to make one out of driftwood. And after some searching, I found one close to shore, deployed my raft, made my oar, and then finally started rowing towards my goal. I want to try to get there before nightfall. We're gonna ignore that. Finding where Pearl is will be useful in the future, I think, but right now I don't know if it's that useful. Yes! Oh, we found it. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, hold on. The lunar island is rich in resources containing trees, moon shards, wildlife, and so much more. Or rather, it used to. With everything turned off, it was a barren wasteland, but luckily the set piece I needed would spawn regardless. And after searching for much of the next day, I found it. There it is! There it is! We found it! Hey! Lunar trees can only be replanted if you catch the moths they give off. So I slapped down a science machine and crafted up a bug net. We take the bug net and we use it to catch the moon moths, which will allow us to plant trees back at base. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I spent the rest of the day and the next morning searching the island and cutting down any trees from set pieces I could find. catching the moths to replant, and by the time I was finished, I had 8 moths, more than enough to keep me in wood forever. But it was now day 11, and I had to get back to land as quickly as possible. Tonight was a full moon, and there wouldn't be another one for 20 days, so I had to make the most of it. I gathered my resources and sailed for home. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this, just so I have it. Okay, now go, 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 go. It's like I had a few extra seconds, and I just needed to use it to get the message in a bottle so I know where Pearl is. Oh, come on. Come on. I have to make it. I have to make it. With 18 health to spare. Oh my god. Whew. Oh. Looks like Pearl's Island is right off of spawn. Okay, we now have everything we need. We just now very much need to rush to the deciduous forest. Okay, now back on land, I quickly started making my way to the deciduous forest. During the full moon, our buzzy friend Glommer makes his appearance, and in this world, any and every resource was precious, so I was determined to get my hands on him. On the way, I came across the mosaic biome, which for a normal playthrough doesn't mean much, but for me, it means one thing: stone. Right next to Glommer's statue is a meteor field. Ooh, okay, that is very, very useful because meteor fields are one of the 2 other... See, look, right here, that's stone. Yes! Meteor fields are one of the only other ways that I can get stone and flint renewably. Everything is looking up. This is amazing. It was night when I eventually made it to the forest, and right on the edge of the biome was Glommer. And Glommer's flower. We are putting it in Chester. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. With wood in hand and Glommer following behind, I made my way back home. Having wood was a huge win, and after planting the trees, I made a science machine, then made one of the most useful items I could: the top hat. Only requiring silk, this hat gives enough sanity over time to keep me from going insane ever again, removing one of the many issues I had off my plate. For the rest of the day, I farmed spiders for food as I was running a bit low, and as I was farming, I started to think of how I would survive the harsh cold of the winter. The most useful things I could make right now were a fire pit to warm up, and most important of all, a thermal stone. But there was one issue. For both the pit and the stone, I needed, well, stone. And even with digging up every cave entrance and finding the mosaic biome, I still didn't have enough. So as soon as I had gathered enough food, I went back to the mosaic biome to try and find more stone. This is a giant meteor field. There has to be some stone around here somewhere. Yes, more stone. That's what I need. I need stone. There is some flint. I'll take all of it. I need all of it right now. Ooh, ooh, yes! So I think this gives moon rocks, but I also think it gives stone. Whoa. Wish I could use moon rocks to make tools. Oh, hey, a couple hounds spawned. Oh wait, actually, if you guys just attack Chester, I'll take a couple hits, but that's okay. Ah, okay. That was terrifying. After several days of searching, I hadn't found much stone, but I wasn't going home empty-handed. I'd gathered just enough resources to make a thermal stone, and the celestial orb, while not that useful in my current situation, may prove useful later on. I got back to base and was about to craft a thermal stone when I made an unfortunate discovery. Oh, you need the alchemy engine. Oh no. We need stone. We need stone. So I was back to square one, with just enough stone in my inventory to do absolutely nothing. My plan to get more was to spend my days at the mosaic biome hoping for meteor showers and spend my nights underground waiting for an earthquake. Both of these options were slow, but as they were my only renewable source of stone, I had no choice. I spent the day farming for more food, then went underground to wait for an earthquake, expecting to spend a while waiting, but while walking back and forth to pass the time, I found something that shouldn't have existed. See, and okay, like look, this is another one of those instances where these resources should not be spawning. These resources are off limits. We are not allowed to touch them. They are randomly spawned, even though they shouldn't be, and so we're leaving them alone. Oh wait, there's another cave entrance. I reasoned that the trees were a glitch in the game, that the settings showed they were turned off, and it was just a one-off issue, but pretty soon I would realize how wrong I was. But for now, I briefly checked the other cave entrance to see if it would be useful to me and then spent the rest of the night waiting for an earthquake. The next day, I saw that at some point I had discovered a cave entrance nearby, but I couldn't for the life of me remember where it came out at. After trekking to it, it put me out not too far away from the mosaic biome, but I saw another cave entrance that was closer. Hoping I could use the caves as a sort of shortcut between my base and the mosaic biome, I decided to quickly check it out, not realizing that this one decision would reveal two important things to me. One would change my run forever, and the other would end it entirely. But where does this sinkhole go? Please be somewhere good, please. What are these things? Because if they drop stone, I would love to go say hi to those. Let me see, hold on. Stalagmites. Stalagmites. When mined, they give gold, flint, and most importantly, stone. I was so excited to finally have a source of stone that didn't require me to wait around all day. But there was one big issue. The whole purpose of this challenge was to see if you turned off 99% of all resources, could you still survive with what's left? With trees spawning underground even though they had been set to none, did the stalagmites spawn because of this glitch, or did they appear in the world at the beginning and could be classified under what was left? I absolutely refused to use anything that was the result of a glitch, so I decided the best way to find out whether I could actually use it or not was to just boot up a test world that was the exact same, reveal the map, and see if they were still there. But in doing this, I found a mistake I had made at the very beginning. In the settings, I had set every resource to none except for tumbleweeds, as I wanted, but I'd overlooked one small thing, the regrowth multiplier. Originally, I believed the regrowth multiplier would control how fast trees and plants would go from seed to fully grown, so I didn't pay it much attention. Instead, the multiplier controlled how often trees and other plants would produce a new sapling or plant nearby. What I thought were glitches turned out to be a single setting that I just never turned off. I didn't want to complete a run not knowing if the resources I used were legit or if I had cheated. So I decided the best course of action was to count this run as over and try again with the proper settings this time. But first, I had to check one thing. This is a test world. This is not my main world, this is a test world. Look at that, even with all the resources turned off, stalagmites still spawn. Now, knowing that I could get my hands on infinite wood and that there was more than enough stone just below my feet, I booted up a new world and jumped into action. Let's go. We need to find the desert or we need to find a pickaxe. Oh, ooh, please have a pickaxe. Yes! And this is what we're looking for, is a mine. Oh, hey, wormhole. Very good, very, very good. The desert's probably in this direction, so let's go find out. We don't want to jump through wormholes too. Oh. Perfect, okay. We have found the desert. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Tumbleweeds. Gonna open up as many as possible while I can. Ah, frog! Ooh, and there's a set piece in the middle of this. Ooh. With a pickaxe and having found the desert by the end of day 2, I was flying. None of my previous runs have been this quick, and I wanted to keep that momentum going. I wanted to rush the lunar island for wood as quickly as possible. But first, I decided to fully explore my desert just to see what I was working with. And I am so glad I did. I want to check something. Can I cut down a pig torch for anything? Oh, that is amazing. You can hammer a pig torch and get wood. With a handful of wood, I could make a science machine without ever having to go to the lunar island. I can make a top hat to fix my sanity issues, a spear, armor, so much more stuff that I could use for my journey. I was so excited, but it was close to nightfall. So before harvesting the torches, I spent what time I had left exploring the rest of the desert edge and grabbing all the tumbleweed near me. The next morning, after breaking a plugged sinkhole for the stone, I crafted a hammer and broke down the pig torches for their wood, leaving me with over a stack of logs, a resource more important than gold. Everything was falling into place. So for the rest of the day, I explored a bit more, with the plan being that I would place down my base the next morning. And when morning arrived, I realized I had a much more urgent reason to build my base. I was starving. With all the exploring and resource gathering, I had neglected finding more food, so if I didn't do something soon, my perfect run would be over before it really got going. Let's just start making our way back to that cave entrance. That's gonna be our base. We really can't be picky right now. Will I get there in time to get food? That is the big question. Okay, we're starving. We are starving. I might have just enough time. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, there's 3. Oh my god, I need food. I need food. I'm starving to death. Get me monster meat, please. Come on. Come on, dude. Come on, give me meat. Yes, meat. That's what I need. Eat right now, right now. Oh my god. That was crazy. Why were they not giving me meat? With my base location picked out and my spider egg down, I spent the entire day farming spiders for extra food, and that night I organized my inventory, dropping anything that I didn't use often by my cave entrance. The next day, after farming more spiders, I made a plan to find the resources needed for a science machine, same as last time, but this time I could craft one as soon as I got enough golden stone. So with the couple of trinkets I'd found in tumbleweeds, I left my base in search of Pig King. It was early on day 6 that I finally found the big pig and gave him the trinkets for that sweet, sweet gold. So all that was left was the stone. It took a while, but eventually I found one more cave entrance, which gave me exactly what I needed. Now that I had a science machine, I could start thinking of getting the trees off the lunar island and back to base. I crafted up a bug net and grass raft, then spent some time farming spiders for the trip. I was once again in the unfortunate situation where I needed to find where my island was. So next morning, I grabbed my food and left to explore the edge of the map. Again. Oh, sweet! It spawned me right next to a touchstone. I'm taking full advantage of this right now. Let me go ahead and also equip my axe because a hound will be spawning soon. Where is it? Behind me? It's behind me, okay. Oh, hey, there's the stagehand. Nice. At some point, we are also gonna have to go on a trip just to try to find Chester. Chester's very handy to have. He gives a lot of extra storage. This looks really good. If I had to guess, the lunar island is right here. Because this is flat, and this is flat. Early on day 9, I was tired of exploring, but I was pretty sure I knew where the island was, so I found a spot with driftwood near the shore, then started sailing. Oh, well, I will go and grab that, just so I know where Pearl is. That's a good thing. Okay, let me actually take a quick look at the map. Oh, Pearl's actually pretty close. I don't know, maybe I'll like swing by our island just to see if there's anything useful over there. The lunar island has to be here. Oh, there's the edge of the world. Yep, it's not over here. Damn. What is this? It's a boat with a sail with a tackle box, a fishing rod. Well, the ship is at 61, but the oh no! Monkeys! Oh no, run! What? I have never experienced that before in my life. What I'm thinking though is I might take this boat. Now, if I open this up again, it won't summon them again, which is good. Okay, I'll take it. Also, I do have a patch, so I got up to 73. Unfortunately though, the lunar island is not here. So the question is, what do I do now? There is still the possibility of it being here because this side is very flat. I'm gonna swing by Pearl's just to see what she has on her island. There's a possibility she may have what I need on her island. Okay. She is right over here. Now, do you possibly have anything useful on your island that I can use? Okay, let's see what we have here. Prano, shell bell, shell bell. Okay, so there's shell bells, interesting. Okay, and it is nighttime. I can't sail at the same time, so we're just gonna have to wait. But where could the lunar island be? The only other thing I can think of is it might be here, or it is on the completely opposite side of the map. Okay, let's go. Goodbye, Miss Krabby Hermit. We are going this way. Yep, straight up. It might be here. Might be here. Doubt it, but it might. I'm glad I made an extra ores. Looks like I'm probably gonna need it. Looks like it's probably not here. I didn't find the lunar island, and by exploring Pearl's Island, I also saw she really didn't have much, but I mean, maybe she'd be useful later on. I had one more guess as to the location of the lunar island, but as it was on the other side of the continent, and I really didn't want to sail my new boat all the way around, I decided to just go home and make another raft. The next morning was day 11, and just like last time, my sights were set on getting Glommer tonight. Glommer is a source of 2 useful resources, Glommer's goop and sanity. And as luck would have it, the place I believed the lunar island to be was just off the coast of the deciduous forest and right next to Glommer's statue. So for both reasons, I started running in that direction. Meteors fell. Meteors just fell right here. Hold on. Any stone or flint or boulders or anything? Boulders! I have such a strange collection of just random stuff in my inventory right now. Perfect timing. We are here just before nightfall. But now we have the important part, which is Glommer. All right, come on, Glommer. You're coming with me. Let's launch. Do that. Grab a driftwood ore, and let's go. And we just have to hope that we can find what we're looking for. I don't see anything. Oh, man. This has been rough trying to find this lunar island. Wait, there it is. Oh, thank God we found it. Okay, now we need to find the main island as quickly as possible because this gravel raft will break on its own. This is the main island. There's tree blossoms. Yes, okay. Big progress, really big. Okay, that's what we're looking for right here. Hell yeah. Okay, for now, I'm gonna drop this axe here. I'm gonna pick this axe up and we need to chop this stuff down. Finally finding trees again, I quickly cut most of them down, caught the moss for later, and started making my way back home with my loot. It took me a lot longer than I thought it would, but I finally found the lunar island. We finally got our hands on the trees, and we can finally go back to base, and we can start really preparing for winter. Hey kids, I have a hammer on me. We are taking full advantage of this. Chester! That is such a find. Yes, Chester, you literally could not have come at a better time. This has been such a good run so far. I do only have 70 food left, but I do also have an emergency mandrake to eat just in case. I made it home late on day 13, and since I had a bunch of random stuff in my inventory, I spent the rest of the night organizing what I had and making some log armor to help deal with the hounds when they next attack. The next morning, I planted my trees, and now my base was really starting to feel like home. But one issue I was still having was food. Even with the spiders, the amount of food that raw monster meat gave wasn't much, so to keep myself alive, I needed a lot of it. So for the rest of the day and much of the day after, I farmed spiders for their food and resources, which was when the hounds finally caught up to me. Nope, it didn't work. It didn't work. I need a better weapon. I'm gonna need a better weapon. Wait, no, my armor. Why am I not wearing my armor? Come on. Take him out. I need a better solution for hounds. Now with the hounds dealt with, I had to start thinking of what was most important. See, I now had infinite wood, but stone was once again an issue. Unlike last time, however, I knew exactly where I could get all the stone I wanted. All I needed was a source of light. Torches wouldn't work since I would need my hands free to mine the stalagmites, so it was about time to get myself a sorely needed upgrade. With a miner's hat, I could finally take advantage of the masses of stone underground. So I went into the caves to find some stalagmites. Oh, wait. Look. There's a biome right here. There's a stone biome. Okay. See, there's the biome I want to get to, but how do I get to it? I need the stone before day 21, please. Stalagmites! Yes! I can get stone and flint! I think I now have enough stone to at least start doing something. With a bunch of stone finally acquired, I crafted up a fire pit to keep myself warm during wintertime, and then I crafted up a few chests to organize my loot. This was the furthest I had ever gotten in one of these runs, and I was feeling great, but I didn't want to slow down. I had a fire pit and a thermal stone to keep me from freezing, but I would need resources to stay alive during the winter. So I rolled up my sleeves and got to work. It was while harvesting tumbleweeds that I came across a suspicious footprint, something I was really excited about. With a koala fin trunk, I could make some clothes that would help me combat the cold. So I followed the footprints and eventually found what I was looking for. Okay, I need to lead the Qualiphant up against... Oh my god, the amount of tumbleweed in this area! Let me equip the log suit really quick. I started the battle, but soon after night fell, making this fight much more dangerous than I originally expected. All right, let's lead you away a little ways. Yep, that's why I'm worried. Ah, I deserve that. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Ooh, you know what? I can actually pick up this thermal stone. Perfect. Okay. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. With the Qualiphant down and his trunk in my inventory, I could look into making some better clothing for winter. I had two options, the winter hat or the breezy vest. The winter hat is much better, but it required more beefalo wool than what I had. So I went out and started gathering more tumbleweeds in the off chance that I found some, but soon after, two things became apparent. Without something to keep me warm, I wasn't going to be able to go very far or do much at all. And since I only had a 0.1% chance of finding more beefalo wool, it would probably be better for me to work with what I had. So when the snow finally started falling, I crafted the breezy vest to keep me warm. Now that winter had fully set in, I was stuck. With no way to produce heat while traveling, I was limited to the surrounding area to keep me busy. With nothing else to do, I fell into a rhythm and lived out the next few days peacefully. Cue the montage. Put it here. Oh my god. I need this. I need every single one of these. Go. I need to chop down some trees. Deerclops will be spawning soon. And when he spawns, I don't want to be anywhere near here. I want to be on the far side of the map. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I had very little resources to fight Deerclops and even less skill. So the plan was to use a wormhole to force Deerclops to spawn far away, and then I would kind of just leave him there until winter was over. But as you'll soon see, things didn't exactly go as planned. I don't know for certain if I'm going to fight Deerclops, but I would rather just be prepared in case. Wait, my thermal stone just ran out. Oh no, okay, no. We need to run back to base, like now. I'm freezing, that's just phenomenal. Dang it, okay, hold on. Do that, I need the thermal stone right now, and then we are going. I don't want him to spawn here. I do not want him to spawn here. See, okay, his noise is over here, which is good. At least so far. I would like to make a spare spear, just in case. No! Holy shit, no! I don't want to attack him now. Oh, that got me good. Okay. Looks like we're doing this, I guess. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no. Okay. He killed Chester, but he grew disinterested in Chester, which is good. I don't know why he suddenly lost interest in me, but I would take the hint and escape because I was insane, hurt, and Chester was dead. Things really could have been worse, but they definitely could have been better. For the next couple of days, I healed up and gathered more resources like food and wood. But I was curious about the skull and crossbones I had seen on the map. I had never seen one before in this game, so I went out to see what I could dig up. What? What is this? There wasn't really anything interesting in the buried treasure. Some fishing stuff, some bananas, and a palm scale. Nothing I could really use right now, but seeing the bananas gave me an idea. Maybe there was more out on the ocean than the lunar island. Maybe there was more that the sea could provide. Only time would tell, and with spring just around the corner, anything was possible. The rest of the day was the same, but when the next morning rose, something was different. The snow was gone, the cold was no more, and spring had finally arrived. But before anything else, I had to start preparing. The bananas I'd found made me realize that there was possibly a whole treasure trove of resources out on the ocean if I was just able to find it. So I started by gathering wood, then I began farming spiders. I was so excited to get started on my journey that I rushed and didn't pay attention to the most important thing, my health. Ah! What is up with these spiders, man? I need you guys to just leave Chester alone. No, I'm about to die! Hold on. Luckily, I do know where a pretty close... Wait, no, my mods! I know where a touchstone is, luckily. There, I'm back. Shady's back. Day 37 was pretty rough. I died and had to use the only touchstone near my base. The rain began killing my sanity, and to top it all off, a feathery visitor had decided to live a bit too close to my base. Oh no, wait! It's Moose Goose. He's right next to my base! Even with all of this happening, I wanted to get some sort of progress going, no matter what it was. So after crafting up a digamajig, I made some farm plots and finally planted the handful of seeds I'd gotten from searching so many tumbleweeds. Over the next couple of days, I farmed spiders to get as much food as possible for my ocean journey, making sure to pre-build a lightning rod to keep my boat from getting struck by lightning. I cut more trees, though the first couple of trees fought back. You suck! Dude! Then gathered enough resources to craft some miner's helmets. Around this time, my crops had finished growing, so I harvested a handful of plants I'd grown and made my very first crockpot dish. With everything crafted and ready to go, I took one last look around to make sure that I had what I needed. Then I ran off on what I hoped would be a quick and easy adventure to find the treasure trove that is Moonquay Island. Boy, was I wrong. We need to put this down right in the middle. Cool stuff. Now, let's go ahead and pick a direction. This was the last place that I got attacked by monkeys, and I think that might be an indicator that there are monkeys there. I don't know. Let me actually try going this direction. I think going in this direction will be a better option for now. Oh, salts. Okay, so I think that after turning off all the monsters, I think that cookie cutters don't spawn. Pretty much just gonna chill here, my top hat and glomer, keeping my sanity from hitting critical levels. Once daytime comes, I'm gonna swap over to my bandana and my driftwood ore, and we are gonna keep going. I'm just gonna go and start curving inwards, because I do need to go back to base soon to get food. I'm now out of food, officially. Okay, my food is at 69, which is not nice. The number is nice, but the actual, thing itself is not. Wait. There's a rock here. It's just a rock. It's a rock? I seriously thought that I would find the Moonquay Island by now. I'm so surprised I haven't. But we are here. The potato has grown, and so has this forget-me-lot, so I could probably do something with that. Use this. Okay, I need some friends. So now let's go over to here. Let's do this. And I did that, and that should cause these guys to attack these guys. And actually stand in the middle and get the food. 3. Very nice. Okay, we have 13 meat to keep us going for a little while longer. I'm going to check this area here. This is just way too straight to not have something right here. We will be finding out on this episode of Will I Find This Damn Island? Now, when it comes to which direction I want to go, let's go straight up after going to the right a little bit. Where is it? It has to be here. Come on. I thought I would find the island so much quicker after searching for days and days. I hadn't found it yet. Much of the map was discovered now, and I felt I was so close, but I'd run into a new issue. Spring was drawing to a close, and summer was just around the corner. And with summer came blistering heat, random fires, and a whole host of other issues that I just couldn't avoid. But I had an idea on how I could prepare for both summer and explore, so I quickly made my way back to craft the one thing I needed to beat the heat: an icebox. Using an icebox, I could keep a cold thermal stone on me to stay cool, and luckily I had enough gears for 2 iceboxes, one for my base and the other I pre-built for later use. Before setting out again, I first did a bit of upgrading on my boat. By adding a sail and a steering wheel, I hoped to start exploring much more quickly than before. So once I was ready, I set out again to continue my quest. It wasn't long before I found another abandoned ship. Thinking that all the abandoned ships behave the same, I grabbed everything before opening the chest, thinking I would get on my boat and sail away as quickly as possible before the monkeys could get to me. What actually happened was a bit different than I expected. Let's go. Okay, go, 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 go. Go, come on, Chester! I was devastated, thinking that I had lost everything that I had stored in Chester, but his eyebone was telling me that he was still alive. I headed towards shore where I eventually found Chester, but then all hell broke loose. I'm coming, buddy, I'm coming. That was kind of funny. Oh, snap, there's a fire on board. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. Hold on, hold on. Ah, dang it. Okay, hold on. There's useful stuff in here. Hold on. Grab all the stuff out. Shit, 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 shit. Oh, I'm taking damage. No, get up, get up, get up, get up. No! Ah, okay, well, that's on me. That was me just being stupid, and all my stuff is incinerating. With my boat in shambles and my health cut down, I went back home. I was starting to become exhausted with the endless ocean and never reaching my goal, but I wanted to give finding Moonquay Island one last shot. So I spent the next couple of days cutting down more trees, farming more spiders for food, and crafting everything I needed to make the best boat I possibly could. After checking the map for a good heading, I put together my nice shiny new boat and then sailed off one more time. It took me one single day for me to crash my new boat into a shore I hadn't seen on the map and then watch it burst into flames and send all my hard work straight to Davy Jones's luck. After witnessing two of my ships go down within a few days of each other, I realized that it might be better for me to just wait until fall before sailing anymore. I headed back to base, and once back, I found myself in the exact same situation that I did when winter was upon me. With the heat beating down on me, I wasn't able to travel far from my icebox or else I would start taking damage from the sun. So enjoy this montage of my summer exploits. Hold on, how is there another spider queen? I mean, whatever, I guess, but what? What the? No! Oh, my tiny tree caught on fire. We need to keep our distance. I want to have at least 2 spider eggs in storage, just in case something catastrophic happens, like I break my spider nest or something. There, it broke, okay. I need to make this booster shot, and that'll get me my maximum health back. There, I got my maximum health back. Shit, wasn't prepared. Just kill all of them, please. Oh, I forgot that I could stand under a tree, right? Yes, okay. Thank you, tree. Shortly before summer ended, I decided to go on a trip to see Pig King. It was still hot, but I had my thermal stone and believed I'd be able to make the trip. Over the course of the last 50 days or so, every trinket I found was put in a pile to eventually be traded for gold. And I decided that today was that day. When morning arrived, I set out with all the trinkets I found and a cold thermal stone in my pocket. But I didn't realize that the thermal stone I had grabbed was close to broken. So when it finally did break, I was at the mercy of the sun. I'm excited to see how much gold I get for all this stuff. I've just been hoarding trinkets for like the last 30 or 40 days. And this is where it all comes together to give me a bunch of gold. And I can use those for a bunch of tools. Oh no. I just realized my thermal stone is gone. It wore off. Once close to Pig King, I realized that at some point I had pre-built an endothermic fire for emergencies. And this far from home, with no thermal stone, I definitely counted this as one. I slapped it down next to the king, then gave him everything I had. The sheer volume of gold he gave me was beautiful. Look at all this gold. Oh my god. Since I was overheating, I sat by the endothermic fire until evening, and then I made a beeline for home. I continued doing miscellaneous things around my base, and before I knew it, fall was finally here. No freezing or burning or raining, just a pleasant breeze and endless possibility. So for the first few days of autumn, I prepared. Grass, check. Wood, check. Food, check. Preparations were going well, and I even had enough resources to craft a few boat patches to keep myself afloat. I grabbed a bit more food and organized my inventory, but that night, I heard a noise coming from the darkness that brought me back to reality. So I might find Berger, lead him away from my base, and then we'll go on our adventure. Because I really don't want him to destroy my base. Like, oh wait, hold on. I think, is that Berger? There he is. Okay, you can chill over here. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna take you on, and I don't really want to do it right now. I have my sights set on more important things right now. Berger had slowed down my plans to sail off today, but it wasn't too bad. And now that I was back at base and the fuzzy giant was a continent away, I could finally head out. Nothing could stop me now. And yeah, I think launching from here is probably gonna be a decent idea. Are you, hold on. I'm right next to the wormhole. We're going through the wormhole. Nope, nope. Whoop. I'm leading the dogs to this side and I'm leaving them behind. Goodbye. Whoop. Oh, come on. The issue is that these fuckers catch themselves on fire. You guys suck. Give me this monster meat. I deserve that much at least. Okay, now I was finally able to get my boat in the water. After outfitting it with the best that my lack of money could buy, night had fallen. So after waiting for the first light of morning, I finally set sail once more. I want to go up to here and then kind of just go along the edge. So let's do that. Sailing in this game is so fun. All right, but let's see. Now might be a good time to start going straight. Yeah, we're about to enter the salt area, and I don't want to accidentally hit any salt. Can't damage my precious boat, what with it being so fucking expensive. Wait, drop anchor! I found it! That took me way too long to find this damn island. It seemed forever ago that I dug up that buried treasure chest and found the items that would lead me here. I emptied my inventory to keep from irritating the residents, brought my boat up to the dock, and then for the first time in 79 days, I set foot on Moonquay Island. Within seconds, I knew my hunch was right. Surrounding me was exactly what I had hoped to find, a new type of tree, monkey tails for reeds, but by far, the most important resource this island could give me was bananas. If I could successfully grow bananas, I could use them to make banana crockpot recipes, I could use them as a filler food for making meatballs, and I could give them to the Moonquay Queen in exchange for several useful blueprints, the most useful of which is the dock kit. I was finally here, but now I ran into a new problem that would cause the biggest headache of my life. The damn monkeys. See, I had never fully dealt with the Moonquay Island before, and while I knew the monkeys were annoying, I didn't realize how annoying. I knew that they would steal anything in my inventory, so I tried bringing Chester with me, hoping that they wouldn't steal stuff out of him. To my absolute horror, one of the monkeys started trying to steal his eye bone out of my inventory. Feeling terrified that I might lose Chester, I tried fighting the monkey, but he kept wimping out and running back to his house to heal. To try to prevent this from happening, I started using a torch to set fire to the monkey houses, but one of them snatched my torch out of my hands and ran off with it before I could do anything else. Out of frustration, I started fighting them, but they kept kiting me, which I didn't know they could do. It took a while to take them down, and from just 2 monkeys, my health was dangerously low. I used what healing items I had, and then went back to my plan B of torching monkey houses and attacking what came out. Once morning came, I was once again very hurt. But I was sure I was making progress. It didn't seem like there were that many monkey huts to deal with. Jesus Christ, there are loads of them. With a ridiculous amount of monkey huts and a ton of monkeys that would all attack me at once if I tried clearing them out, I made the very difficult decision to go home. Nothing was more annoying than finally achieving your goal after so long, only to have a dozen monkeys send you running, but I knew that no matter what, I would be back. This was personal now, so I set off towards home, already thinking of different ways that I could conquer Moonquay Island. On the trip back, I had an idea, and once back at base, I wanted to jump straight on it. But first, there were a couple things I wanted to do before I forgot. After searching so many tumbleweeds, I finally had enough beefalo wool to craft a winter hat for when the cold came back again. And I also took the small amount of marble that I had randomly grabbed over time and crafted them into beans to grow me a renewable source of marbles for marble suits and such. Once that was taken care of, it was time to get down to business. If you look at the map, most of the monkey housing is located on the docks, and I knew from testing that monkeys couldn't break fences. So the simplest way to deal with them was just to fence off the docks and leave them to their monkey business. The few houses in the middle, however, would be a bit more of an issue. I didn't want to fight any more monkeys to keep from getting any cursed trinkets, but I think that I came up with a way to deal with them as well. But first, I needed fence, and for that, I needed rope. So I went back out to get more tumbleweed. I also made some log armor and a fresh spear just in case. Then I went down into the mines to catch a few fireflies to refill my miner's hat. And that was all the preparations I really needed. So with the rest of the daylight hours, I went straight back onto the sea and made a beeline for the island. Once back, I waited a few seconds, and then when darkness fell, I put on my mining helmet and proceeded to block off the docks while the monkeys were sleeping. When the next day arrived, I accidentally got into a fight with a couple of monkeys, but once done, I kept my distance from the last monkey in the middle, and then I built out a simple monkey lure in the corner of an unused part of the dock. All it was a square of fence with an item in the middle, but it would hopefully be enough to keep the last of them busy. I attracted the monkey to the lure by equipping and unequipping my armor, and when he finally saw it, he completely forgot I existed, and instead devoted his entire life to getting his hands on this one single piece of fence laying on the ground. With the docks blocked off and the rest of the monkeys dealt with, I finally had control of the island. All that was left to do was to claim my prize. What's going on, guys? Y'all having fun over there? Last one. I now have no more cursed trinkets. It only took one day to harvest every tree, monkey tail, and banana bush on the island, but in my inventory were 3 infinitely renewable resources that were worth more than all the gold Pig King could give me. I also wanted to get all the recipes from the Queen, but I was very close to starvation, and I realized that I had no more food left. So I sailed away with my bounty, planning to come back at a later date to get the remaining blueprints. I thought I had left in time to get back to base before I starved, but before I even hit the shoreline, I started taking damage. Desperately looking through my loot for anything I could eat, I found some glommer's goop. So I downed the goop, instantly making me insane, but buying me a few more precious seconds to try to make it home. Grab the backpack. We need to go. I'm starving. Oh no. I don't want to be starving right now. Come on. Where is... Okay, spider. I need food. Please. Come on. Food. Eat. Okay. I'm not actively dying. Oh my god. After having that close of a call, I spent the rest of the day farming spiders for food, and then I was finally able to put down my newly won plants. It may not seem like much to most, just a few bananas, reeds, and trees, but in this world where the renewable resources are very few and far between, gaining 3 at once was like hitting the lottery. Now that I had a steady food source, resources, and some warm clothes for winter, I decided to start showing my base a bit more love. So I placed down a few more chests to finish my storage area, crafted up a pitchfork, and then went on a mini adventure to get some nicer flooring. It was when I moved to the set piece that was right in the middle of the desert that I heard them. Looking at the map, I can still see that there is a campfire here, which is good. Shit, the dogs. Oh no, the dogs. I wasn't prepared at all. I had no weapon, and I was too far away from my spider nest for them to help out this time. So when they spawned in, I did the only thing I could think of. I ran away to the opposite side of the desert, went through a cave entrance, and then made my way back to base through the caves. After popping back out at my base, I saw it was a full moon. Wanting to take advantage of this, I used 9 nightmare fuel to upgrade Chester to Shadow Chester, and then shortly after, I had my very first banana harvest. The next morning, I started to freeze, so I knew that winter was in full swing, but this time around, I was better prepared. A breezy vest, a winter hat, and a thermal stone would be enough to keep me warm during the day, so after kitting up, I went back out into the desert to get the flooring I had left behind, and a bit more grass to make a spear. The next day, I harvested my pine trees for the first time, and while I was organizing my loot into my chests, I heard him once more. There we go. Oh no. Deerclops was coming, and I still knew I wouldn't have any chance against it. So I went back through the wormhole, intending to leave him on the other side when this happened. I should stay warm for a while yet. Hopefully I will stay warm for a little while. Oh no, the dogs! Oh my god, wait, what happened? Where am I? What did I hit? What did I hit? Hold on. Okay, that worked. I still don't know what screen I opened up, but thankfully I got out of it and was able to deal with the hounds. After a few seconds, I heard Deerclop's footsteps, so I quickly went back through the wormhole and headed back home. The next few days passed by in a blur. It was a cycle of harvesting resources, farming spiders, and the occasional hound attack. I was really close to 100 days and the end of the challenge, and I didn't really have any plans for the last few days. So I was going to use them as a mini vacation for all my hard work, a chance to just sit back and enjoy everything I had accomplished. But one thing was weighing on my mind: Moonquay Island. Yes, I tamed the monkeys, and yes, I got the resources that were growing there, but I hadn't gotten all the blueprints from the queen, so it still felt like I hadn't fully completed the island yet. I could just sail back now, but I refused to have fire in my boat again, and I wasn't sure that the breezy vest I had would be good enough to get me there without freezing. With no nearby resurrection stones in case I failed, I continued doing my daily chores, resigning myself to the fact that some things are just meant to be unfinished. I was on my way to harvest more tumbleweeds when I saw it. A single, unassuming pile of dirt on the ground. The answer to my problems. I quickly followed the tracks until finally, standing near the shore without a care in the world, was a blue winter koalefant. It took a minute to take down, but once the deed was done, I finally had in my hands a winter koalefant trunk. After rushing back to base, I wasted no time crafting one of the best insulating items in the entire game, the puffy vest. With my new vest, I felt like I had a real chance to finally finish the mission that had been hounding me this entire challenge. So after grabbing some food, I sailed off on what would be my last voyage. Okay, there it is. There is the dock. Got 10 logs. I'm gonna add one more. Good stuff. Here's some bananas for you. Cannonball, dock kit, dock piling, moonquay, cannonball, cannonball. Look at that. That's everything. That is all the recipes that I needed from her. Ah, yes. All right, it is time to go home. Release sail and release sail. Goodbye, monkeys. That was a trial and a half, but I finally got everything that I needed from the Moonquay Island on the very last day of the challenge. Oh man, that was so fun, but that was stressful as all hell. And we're home. And we did it. It is day 101. We have survived a lot in this challenge. This has been an incredible challenge with a lot of really difficult decisions to make. Like, I am super surprised that we actually managed to survive to this point. The amount of resources you can still get your hands on is kind of crazy. I mean, I have trees galore. Oh, all right, we're going. I'm running. Okay, thank you for watching the series. I'm running away so the dogs don't get me. I don't want to just log out just before dogs come. Hold on. Yeah. Oh my God, it's a warg! Ah, it's a warg! Help me, spiders! Help me! Ah! No! That's not Varg. That's a Varglet. What the what? The spiders are released. Kill them! Kill them! You know what? You know what? Actually, there we go. Thank you guys. You know what? You can have the meat. That is my treat to you. I just want the teeth. Okay, you guys have put in a lot of good work. Good job. Good job. Good job. These last 100 days were an absolute blast, and I enjoyed every bit of it. If you liked watching my journey, please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for joining me on my adventure, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.